So listen, man, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. This happened in Atlanta yesterday. We got a visit from somewhere. I don't know what this is, but this is not the sun. It wasn't a rainbow. We had a visit somewhere in Atlanta yesterday. I'm letting y'all know the time is almost up. Pray to God, get closer to your family, because it's all. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
Oh, like we're not moving?
Shalom. Kohala Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rahakwadash. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, teaching in truth, sincerity, and diligence for the sake of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Lord, when this lesson is edifying and straight to the point. Yeah, the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, the God of the Bible, is visiting the earth, man. And these are the signs that he pretty much gave you to look for, to pretty much gauge the season that you're living in. Signs in the sun and the moon and the stars. You know, you was pretty much going to have signs in the heavens, strange wonders. You know, when these things take place, you're supposed to know that, okay, we getting closer and closer into the day of the Lord, man. But as you can see, Jake perplexed, man. Jake don't know what the hell going on. The only defense or the only reaction they have to these things is, what the fuck? You know, what the fuck is that? Or, you know, this guy here, he don't know what the hell going on. Only thing he can say is, yeah, we got visited by some. You know, his only message to you is pray, get close to your family because time almost up, man. In which he right about that. Time is almost up, and you know this by the signs that's showing in the planet Earth. The Lord gave you these signs, man, so you can gauge what season you living in. You see, as you can see in this video, he says something is brewing. Yeah, the day of the Lord is brewing, man, in which you're gonna be met with a plethora of events leading up to that perfect day, Yahweh Shema Shai, which is when the missiles start flying and that great deliverance by way of the chariots take place, man. You know, but these are the signs that he's giving you to pretty much look for the lead up to that, to know that hey, time is near, man. This is a high time to awake out of your sleep. This ain't the time to be finding love and vacations and shit. You see, real quick, this 1 Corinthians 7:29, he said, but this I say, brethren, the time is short, in which that's a separation of the brethren is ultimately speaking of the hopeful elect. Because the hopeful elect is the only ones that's anticipating the day of the Lord, man. Anticipating the mark of the beast being implemented, anticipating the famine and the blackouts, pretty much anticipating the prophecies consuming America. So it's rent to the brethren to know that the time is short, in which we see that, man. This is why we're praying more, we're fasting more, we're doing more videos, Lord willing. You know, we're pretty much in that spirit of hastening to the coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai. You see, he said the time is short, it remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none. Yeah, this ain't the time to be trying to find love and shit. Being up under your wife, trying to set up family vacations and shit. Hey, this ain't the time for that. Because ultimately, it's time to dig in, man. It's time to be tunnel vision in. Because shit finna get real, and it can get real out the blue tomorrow. You know, 72 hours from now, it can get real, man. And you got to be focused. It ain't time to be trying to cater to your fucking woman. Fuck her, man. At this point, if she can't get with it, then the bitch can get lost at the end of the day. But the time is short. The point being made, you know, it's a high time to wake out of your sleep. You see, real quick, let's grab it. This Romans 13 and verse 11. He said, and that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. Yeah, to come out of the confusion, to come out of the ways of America, the ways of the West. It's high time to come out of it. It's a high time to return into Yahweh Shema Shai. It's a high time for you to be performing Romans 12 and 2. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may be able to prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. It's a high time for that, man. You know, this ain't the time to be bullshitting and trying to be in the spirit of mirth, because ultimately you can get caught with your pants down like that. All hell break loose and you ain't built up for it, man. and you fall apart, and now here you is taking the chip. You see, he said, and that knowing the time that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. And how we know it's near? Because the prophecies are showcasing themselves more and more. Shit, the MOTB on the scene. And that thing is gradually getting introduced more and more. This nigga coming out telling you that they trying to practice having digital IDs and shit, man. CBDC came out straight up and told you that you was going to have to get a chip under your skin in order to participate in the society. You see? So yeah, our salvation is nearer than what we believe, because we know through the Spirit that when the chip get implemented, the missile's gonna come, man. So the night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light, which is the Spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. The light of darkness, the works of darkness would be the works of America, the ways of the West. You got to come out of being an African American, a Hispanic, a Native Indian. You got to let all those traditions go and come back to the traditions of an Israelite, a so-called Judah, Benjamin, Levi, on down to the rest of the tribes, man. Whatever tribe that you spring from, man, you got to keep the customs as an Israelite. That's returning to the Lord, man. You returning to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua as a Hebrew Israelite, coming out of the ways of America, out of these corporate names the so-called white man placed you under. He said the night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Yeah, the armor of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, the Spirit of the Lord. Let us walk in honesty as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness. Yeah, drunkenness, the philosophies of the world. You got to cast those things off, man, and come back to that pure doctrine, which is the spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua that's found within the scriptures. You coming back to the obedience of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, man. You see, he say, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying, but put ye on the Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach. Yeah, put on the spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua through obedience of the scriptures. And make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. Yeah, cutting off that old man. Because that's what's going to keep you in that docile state of mind. That's what's going to keep you in the ways of the West. Your old man. And the flesh and the spirit war daily, man. But the spirit got to win the battles. The flesh going to win sometime. The flesh get the best of us, man. But the spirit got to win overall, man. You see? And real quick, let's go here. This the book of Luke, chapter 21, and verse 10. And you see the headings. It says things to come. In which the things that you saw in the video was the prophecy that the Lord has given us to pretty much gauge what season we living in, as I said before. But he said, then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in divers places, and famines and pestilence, in which you seeing these things take place, man. You seeing the kingdom against kingdom, nations against nations, on a micro scale. You seeing Jake and Esau pretty much brawl it out in Montgomery, Alabama. But you're seeing on a broader scale where you got Poon and Russia. They tearing up Ukraine. You got China and Taiwan, Iran and Israel. You having nations out of Africa pretty much siding with Poon, and they dissing America. Well, there's nation rising against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Yeah, great earthquakes in diverse places. You just had the earthquake in Syria that killed 50,000 people. And these earthquakes is happening daily. You have a thing such as the earthquake app, where you can track these things, man. Famines in Africa, certain countries in Africa, pestilences is constantly popping up. And fearful sights and great signs should that be from heaven. Yeah, you seeing these chariot saints pop up everywhere, man. Every day is a new chariot video popping out, man. The sun shooting out solar flares. You're having super moons and blood moons. Yeah, the damn Jake in the video. It was a fearful sight for him to see the chariot in the sky. The only reaction he can give is, what the fuck is that? The other guy, he was fearful of the sight that he saw in Atlanta. The only thing that the nigga can say, well, we was visited by some. You know, we need to pray, get close to family, because the times is short. So that shows you, man, the state of these people here in the planet Earth, and ultimately it shows that the prophecies of the Lord is showcasing themselves, man. And this Bible is a living document. You know, you go down to verse 25. He said, and there should be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth, the stress of nations, which all these things is happening at once. You know, with perplexity. Niggas don't know what the fuck going on. They have no answers to the things that's taking place in the planet Earth, the strange sightings, the strange disasters. They have no answers to these things. The only people with the answers is the prophets, because the Lord, he revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. You know, he said with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, pretty much the people going up in the chaos, man. You know, he said men's hearts failing them for fear, for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Yeah, everybody's going to be shook up from saying the prophecies of the Lord pretty much showcase themselves, because it's going to be strange sight. It's going to be something that you haven't at all looked for here in the latter days. Niggas thinking that America is going to continue another 20, 50 years. They're not looking for the Lord to return. They're not looking for these things to come. The return of a Mashiach, man. They're not looking for it. So when they come, it's going to bring great fear upon them. Man's hearts is going to fail. They're going to drop dead from heart attacks, man. You know, especially when they see Yahweh Shah pop up on the scene, in which these chariot signs, you know, is going to gradually evolve into the Lord popping up, man. He's going to pop up on one of those chariots. You're not going to see just beams in the sky. You know, you're actually going to see a so-called UFO, a UAP pop up in the sky, man. And it's going to be Yahweh Shah that's standing on it, man. You see, real quick, this is Psalms chapter 104 and verse 3. He said, who laid the beam of his chambers in the waters? Who maketh the clouds his chariots? Who walketh upon the wings of the winds? And this is speaking of Yahweh Shah. You see? And he maketh the clouds his chariot, in which you got a glimpse into that in this video, man. Where the chariot came in the form of a cloud, man. You see? And this is how Yahweh Shah is going to make his return, man. You know? Let's go here. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 1. Yeah, message to Egypt. You know, in America, it's spiritually known as Egypt. It says, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come unto Egypt. See? Yahweh Shah is going to make his return here in America on a cloud, which is a chariot. And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence. Yeah, all these fucking doctrines are going to take a back seat in that day, man. Because nothing is going to make sense but what the Hebrew Israelites was teaching, man. The men of the Lord, you know, the prophets of GMS. He said, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. Yeah, man's hearts is going to fail from fear, man. For seeing the things that's going to be taking place here in the planet Earth, the Lord is going to put fear in you people, man, when he pop up, man. You see, because the same way he left is the same way he's going to return, man. In which the Lord left on the chariot. He tell you in the book of Acts. That's the first chapter. And he's going to return on one. And every eye is going to see him. Matter of fact, let's grab that. It's the book of Revelation chapter 1. In verse 7. He said, behold, he coming with clouds. Yeah, they go that word clouds again, which the clouds goes back to the chariots, the UFOs, UAPs that you people know as today. He said, behold, he coming with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all the kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, man, yeah, you should wail, man. You know, matter of fact, let's see what that word give us. Yeah, lament more, cut down. You see, you're pretty much going to be crying out, man. You see, it says cut down, lament, mourn. You see, you're going to be pretty much crying out at the return of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Great fear is going to come upon you people, man. At the strangeness of the Lord's return. But you see, he said every eye shall see him, even those that pierced him, man. That's giving you a glimpse into reincarnation, because those who pierced the Lord 2,000 years ago are actually back today, and they're actually generals in America's army, man. So one of those generals, or it's probably all them motherfuckers, man. They're gonna see Yahweh Shai when he return, man. So they pretty much came back to stand in their lot, you know. But this is the sign of Yahweh Shem Yahushua that's pretty much showcasing itself in the earth, man. This is the Lord showing his signs in the earth. This is the signs of the return of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. As you see, it says something is brewing, man. Yeah, the return of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is brewing, man. You know. But Lord, when he was edified to the elect of those seeking salvation, Lord Yahushua is always giving all the glory and praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, by Hashem Ruach HaKodesh. Lord, once in this video, Shalom.